What are y'all doing? Tell you what I'm doing. I'm drinking the most lemony ice water I think I've ever drank in my entire life. Ben made it for me today, and I looked over and he was squeezing an entire half a lemon in here. It's a little more than I usually drink, but it was delicious. So I actually had a few requests on powder foundation and how to use it. So we've done that quite a bit, but remember, we have new family members here joining us every single day. So I want to make sure that we're all included. This is my favorite. Look at this. Chaos. It's so, so good. So we're going to use this. I'm going to talk a little bit about skin prep. I'm not going to get too wild into it, and I kind of already have it on, but I'll show you what I have on. Powder foundation, it does take a little extra skin prep. First, let's do a really quick eye look. I'm going to use my About Face shadows. I'm going to start with this one. No primer needed with these. Remember, we don't want to change the formula. I'm trying to find a brush. I'm just going to grab my E28 here. We went pretty wild yesterday, so I'm going to keep this eye makeup pretty simple. I'm using the side of the brush to kind of move that around. Swiping can sometimes cause patchiness and uneven and all that, but pressing is usually a good idea. Just kind of smooths everything really quickly and evenly. I'm going to use this to my advantage. I'm going to go ahead and take it down the sides of my nose. It actually works on my skin tone as a bronzer, so we should be good. Now that that's dry, we can layer this darker shade, and I'm just going to throw that right here. Nice. But we need to take the tip of the brush, that way we can kind of press it in here. That's pretty. Then I'm going to relax my eye. And now I want less to transition through here, so I'll use the side of the brush. Just making sure that there wasn't too much on there. There wasn't. Now we'll use the side and we'll tap that. Also notice that I'm holding the brush really far back. It's going to give us lighter pressure, but also a little more control. So we're already going to hop into our powder foundation, but we're going to use it to kind of clean up this brow bone area and blur. Isn't that fun? Perfect. I'm picking up 2 more taps. Focus it again here and then press it over this way and over that way. See that difference? I don't think I've used this particular color, but I've used the shimmery ones and they're really, really pretty. Ooh, that's nice. Let's make sure it's nice and smooth. That is so pretty. And then I'm gonna I'll just grab the same brush. It already ran away. There it is. And then I'll just tap the transition over here. And then if we want to kind of soften these edges, we'll just kind of push the tip of the brush in here. Pretty. Let's just darken the lash line with this one. I'm gonna grab it on an E27. It's important for you to see that I'm only gonna put a small amount. Okay. And I'm not gonna do a wing, I just want to darken up the lash line a little. And I want that diffused, so just kind of fluff it on there. It's really easy because plum is gonna be a lot more forgiving than black or brown. I feel like it's a color we forget about, but it's really, really pretty on the eyes. That'll do. Now I just want to add this because it's going to match. And I've really been having fun with these. These are from ColourPop. And I do have a code with ColourPop now. I make a small commission off of it. If you want to use it, the code is just Rose. But I've been having a lot of fun with these. That's fun. I'm gonna just pinch these lashes on. These are Moonlight from Rocal Beauty. Actually, let's wipe them on Sheila. And the reason that I'm wiping them is because even though they're on really nicely, that glue on the tweezers here or on the lash applicator, it could just pull them right off. Chaos. So today I'm actually going to use this on top of this. We'll do kind of an underpainting situation, but with powder foundation, but we're not there yet. Let's talk skin prep. So with powder foundation, I'm balanced to dry, by the way. Powder foundation needs a smidge more skin prep than liquid foundation. And I'm sure most of us can understand why. Powders, they kind of can sit on top if they don't have enough grip underneath them and enough hydration. This is spicy price, I know. I actually think there's a discount right now for Elemis. Let me go get that. I have a little screenshot that one of my supporters sent me. But this underneath, really any foundation, I haven't found anything that I like more. So whenever I sit down, this is already on my face. When I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey, this is already on my face. I love it. So this is what one of my supporters sent me. It's the 20% off if you use code COUNTDOWN. And I'm not sure if it's been 6 hours. I don't think it has. But try it. Again, sign up for emails with Elemis because they're always having deals. I don't think you really ever have to pay full price. Yeah. But this has lasted me so long. I am running. But it's fantastic. I just thought I'd show that to y'all. Now this, I usually just put kind of underneath my eyes and then I'll put my mask on top of it. This mask I'll show you right now. It kind of locks it in and seals it. So I'm gonna do that right now. And then all I need is one drop, just that tiny little drop. Again, this just pairs so nicely with makeup. This is not an ad. It would say ad if it was an ad. And you'll always notice the first word of all of my ads is ad. It's always clear, nothing to hide here. These are just products that I use all the time. I am gonna post an ad for Elemis tonight. It will say ad. This is not. Y'all have seen me use this 1,000 times. But when I talk powder foundation, I have to talk skin prep. It's so important. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna apply this with my Anissa Beauty brush. Okay, just a little bit. And then if I have any crusty places, because right now I've been blowing my nose because I'm having a little allergy situation, so I'm a little crusty here. I just want to quickly remind you that I don't do sponsorships if I haven't tried that product. You'll never see an ad that says first impression. Keep that in mind. That's a really big deal. And the reason why is because I am never going to tell y'all about a product if I haven't tried it many, many times. I'm really thoughtful with that. But also think about how I get the partnerships. I am tagging these brands. They're seeing that I'm using it. And then they go, hey, can you do a video for us? We want that specifically for the brand. So it's not a first impression, hey, and then you guys never see it again. I'm running low on this too. Look at this. Now really quickly, I'm not gonna use this because I like this combination for my balance to dry skin. But if you're oily, this underneath powder foundation and underneath your eye, because this is eye safe, it's so nice for oily skin. Because you get that really nice grip, the hydration, but then it's not gonna make you oily later because it's a serum, and niacinamide is just so good, and niacinamide pairs so nicely with makeup. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Now I'm gonna take my eye mask. This is also from Elemis. And then I just put this right on top. My eyes are watering, allergies. I'll put this on top and this kind of just locks in that oil. Because this has a different texture. It's very much a locking formula. And this is, I don't recommend this alone. This is gonna be better on top of things. Now, one of the best tips that I can give you is wait at least 5 minutes. If you have 7 minutes, even better, for all of that skin prep to dry down. So let's try this out. This is new from Catrice. This is the Under Eye Brightener, and it's gonna be pink. I'm kind of excited. So normally, and this is how I normally recommend, for brighteners are gonna be different than correctors. We could do a whole thing here, but just really quickly, brightener is going to be usually better on top, but with powder foundation we can't put it on top. So let's try it under just for funsies. We're just having a little bit of fun here. I also want to see how it looks, wears, feels. We'll see. So I think that's going to be enough for both. Yep. I try to grab enough to where I don't have to double dip. even though this is all of my personal stash, I know there are a lot of pro makeup artists that watch, and I just always want to try to set a good example. So let's take that, and I'm just going to place it first. Take a little in here. So I'm going to go in, and it's going to be, I added a little bit more, but I added it on the C31 because I want to really go in heavily because it is going to get covered. And I'm going to use this as my concealer. And the reason why is because I still want to put the powder foundation underneath there. I want to show y'all that it's really quick to use powder foundation. This is not going to be as quick because we are doing underpainting. So when we're doing that underpainting, sorry, I was just making sure it wasn't overexposed. When we're doing our underpainting, we want to be heavier. We want to be heavier with our bronzer. We want to be heavier with our blush. Everything needs to just be more because it will be set. It's going to be set with the powder foundation, but we need more so it shines through. That's really pretty and brightening. If you've ever wondered why we made the C31 kind of smaller than your normal concealer brush, it's because we forget little areas make such a big difference. And also, where I have my fine lines, I really want a tiny brush to fit in there. And it's one of the reasons that I always have such a smooth under eye. Tiny brushes. I know that larger brushes, they might be faster, but tiny brushes are where it's at. I promise. Okay, let's go in with some bronzer. If y'all missed yesterday's post, it was pretty helpful, y'all. And we can go in again. We're going in really heavy-handed. Look how pigmented this is. Now remember, bronzer can migrate. That means that bronzer can go up higher. The sun would naturally hit us there. Contour cannot migrate. Contour can transition, but not migrate. This blends out so nicely. And also, it doesn't need to be perfectly blended. Don't worry about that. We just kind of want to make sure it's nice and smooth, but it doesn't have to be perfectly blended the way that it would if we had on our foundation already. I also want you to notice that you never see me just put everything on my face all at once and then blend. And the reason why is, notice I don't have the blush on. I have this, but we're not going near that. I wouldn't want to put my blush here right now, and then I wouldn't want to put my contour. I wouldn't want to put all of this on at once. And the reason why is because it just all gets mushed together. I know we see a lot of videos, a lot of fun videos on TikTok where everything's put on all at once and then blended. You don't get that separation and you don't get that same transition when you do that. It's very fun to watch, but it's something that I do not recommend. If you have a Rare Beauty blush, this would be the time to use it because it's going to be covered, but it's going to be super pigmented. So it's going to be able to stand out underneath. Oh, yes. Pretty. And then I'm also going to transition in a little bit underneath the eye. I'm going to take whatever's left on my C41, put a little bit here where the sun would naturally hit, across my nose and across my chin. Also want to remind you that the brushes, they can do cream, powder, liquid, they can do it all. Now we take our powder foundation and we are going to take it on a C42. And we're going to start here. Ooh, look at that. And look at that match. It looks like a filter. It's one of my favorite things to do, okay? Take it around here. Picking up some more. Now we'll take what's left and we go over that. That looks incredible. And then look, it's not dull. Looks so pretty. Had to grab a cough drop. The allergies have just been allergening. So let's take it here. Oof, that looks so good. We're really pressing it in though, but this brush is dense enough to where it's able to really press it. We're still gonna use a puff underneath our eye, but I'll show you. Don't you worry. I just can't get over how pretty it looks. Every time. Never lets me down. I'm a little chipmunk with my cough drop. That difference. I love makeup. Now, I've shown this technique before, but like I said, we have new family members every day. I will say, I think this is the best it's ever looked. Now let's pick up our powder foundation on our puff. I'm going to show you how much I pick up. And I just tapped in. Okay, you see that? Let's smooth that underneath here. I like how you can still see the brightener underneath. We'll see how it wears, but I like that. Don't forget to go in and smooth this out right before. I had already done it on this side, but then go in immediately with your powder. It really helps with creasing. So remember the darker brown that we applied? This is the shade Clone. We're gonna go underneath here. Tiny amount. Look how nicely that just blends out. Ooh, this color is pretty. This is from Give. This is the liquid lipstick. And I'm just gonna throw this on and then we'll grab a lip liner. Ooh, this color is good. Just really quickly, I think these are some of my new favorite lip products, the glosses, the liquid lipsticks. I think these are just top notch and the colors are so pretty. By the way, I'm really liking the eye brightener. I would be able to see creasing by now, but I'm not. I think we might like it. Don't run out and buy it yet. Let me try it at least 3 times. I'm just gonna do MAC Whirl lip liner. And here's a really good tip. Still got my cough drop. I try not to chew on them. They're so crunchy and delicious. I just try. So powder foundation to clean it up. It's an amazing tip, and the reason why is because sometimes concealer kind of just mixes in, but this creates a barrier. This is a really good tip, especially for the summertime or for glosses. Try this tip. All right, friends, that is going to be it for today. I hope this was helpful. I'll do another one where we just use it, but I would do the same skin prep. But I'll do another one where I just throw it on, but I wanted to be a little bit more glam today. So I did all the underpainting underneath. Now I'm going to go edit a few videos and I'm going to go drink some hot tea because I'm an allergy ball. All right, I love y'all so much and I'll see you in the comments tonight.